Your Honor, the prosecutors offered on both those insurance cases to allow the civil infraction.
All right. Ms. Howard, would you come forward? Thank you, Keith, and thank you, prosecutor's office. And David's proposal for now, while we don't have enough staff to send a public defender down there, I guess we can make that work. All right, Ms. Howard, the public defender has checked with the prosecutor, and they're willing to dismiss this charge of no proof of insurance, which costs a minimum of $325 for a charge called no proof of insurance. No proof of insurance means you didn't have the little slip in the car. It means you had insurance, but you didn't have proof. And many of us have done that. We get the thing in the mail, we set it aside, your insurance expires. So the fine for that is $150, and it's not a misdemeanor, it's a civil infraction. Are you willing to plead to no proof of insurance?
Yes.
Fine and cost for that is $150. And by statute, ordinance, civil infractions are supposed to be due within 30 days. Today's August 20th. Can you pay that by September 20th? Need more time.
I can't give you an answer because I have to file for disability. And my ex, who I'm talking about, he took everything from me.
I think I must know who he is. We've got Kleenexes there on the, they
He's
said
actually in the
all the
parking
girls
lot.
cry, but he's in the parking lot? Oh, wait a minute, that's not very good. Switch that, well, yeah, it's usually on the defender side. We don't make the prosecutor cry all that much.
I try hard. I try hard.
We do.
But I've been going through a lot. My house that I got for my kids' night. She took the money and I have to be out on the 3rd.
You said he's in the parking lot?
Yeah, we just we got here and he was in the parking lot.
All right, waiting for you?
Oh, no,
What's his name?
Jesus Borrego.
Who?
Jesus Borrego.
Don't know him. Well, I'm gonna use this date. Don't worry about it, but at some point you're gonna need to pay this. Have you considered asking for a PPO?
I did, and they, because it wasn't, I live in Edwardsburg. I went to the Cass County over there and they told me because there's domestic that there's a no contact. But we were supposed to go to court.
Where's the domestic here or Cass
There's
County?
been two here against me and my daughter, and then 2 in Cass County. And he's got away with all of them.
Where is the charge pending?
There's no charges, nowhere. He got let go with disturbing the peace, and I don't know why, because my head was cracked open.
In Cass County or St. Joe County?
Both were dropped.
Again, the judge doesn't make the charge.
Yeah, he drugged me by the truck. He cracked my head open.
BORREGO.
BORREGO.
There's still a charge. No contractor.
No, they dropped it. They never contacted me. He showed up at court at my house right after he got out of jail. And it's Borrego Villarreal. You got it?
I see it, Borrego Villarreal.
Yeah, Jesus Renan Borrego Villarreal.
But I don't see anything 2021.
That was when it first started.
So there were 2. There was I think Deborah Davis was still here. It was actually set for a jury trial.
The new one?
The one, it says dismissed uncooperative victim. Abuse and neglect case still open, dismissed by prosecutor. So in that December of 2021, we had a jury trial set and the prosecutor said that you weren't cooperative and they dismissed it. Let's look at the other one.
no, I filled out the paper to inform me with everything that I wanted to be in the courtroom.
I don't know, but the prosecutor dismissed both of these charges in December of 2021. And all I'm looking at is the rough notes because you were uncooperative. So I don't know what that means, but anyway, we don't have anything pending here. So is there anything pending in Cass County?
He just recently just got out of jail just last month.
Is there a no contact order in Cass County?
I thought there was a no contact order because that's what the judge, the Victor Fritz, his name, told me when I went to go put a PPO. He said there's no contact order. But then he showed up at my house, and he said that they dropped it off.
I can't speak
so
for.
I can't.
Well, the prosecutor doesn't do the PPO, the judge does. So there's a lot of here I don't know.
I want a PPO.
Well, I would go back to the Cass County courts and ask for a personal protection order. I want to make sure that things are okay in the parking lot. We're going to find Mr.
He was there
Villarreal.
knocking on, pounding and pounding on my door at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he didn't stop and woke up my.
When was this?
This morning.
This morning.
This morning, and he woke up my girls and my baby boy, and I go outside. I'm scared, and he's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Just yelling at me and everything, and he's yelling at my daughter. And
all right, well, that has nothing to do with this insurance case, but I am concerned about your safety. We're going to have the bailiffs escort you out to your car.
Thank you so much.
And see what Mr. Villarreal is doing. But I would encourage you to go back to the court, wherever they do PPOs in Cass County. It isn't, you don't need the prosecutor to get a PPO. It's a personal protection order. So all I know is your cases were dismissed because they said you weren't cooperative, which happens a lot. Anyway, you pay that fine when you can. It has a due date of September 20th.
Okay. Am I able to go and speak to somebody about that one?
Which one?
From the one that they said I was uncooperative, or
Well,
find out what they
it's 4 years ago.
No, to find out what they were talking about.
Yeah, you can go to the prosecutor's and ask to talk to the victim advocate here at the courthouse.
Okay.
All right, you're good to go.
Thank you.
I'll find out what's going on there. I don't like the whole sound of that. All right, your case was the same charge, and the prosecutor has made the same plea offer to dismiss the no insurance for a plea to no proof of insurance, which carries a $150 fine and is a civil infraction. Are you willing to do that?
Yes, sir. I last I knew that I had insurance, and I never got a notification that it lapsed. So,
Well, then this probably would be an appropriate no proof of insurance, because you couldn't prove to the policeman you had insurance.
I had a card in my vehicle, but the officer said when she ran it, she said that I had no insurance. So I said, I got a card, and I showed it to her, but evidently it lapsed or something.
It must have expired. And I said, many people have done that. Fine.
That on my thought. I mean,
all right. Can you pay $150 by September 20th?
Yes, sir.
How many miles did you have on this? How many miles did you have on this 2006 Chevy?
Like 208,000.
You got 200,000 miles on a 2006 HHR. I think you got your money's worth. Chevy engines aren't known for going 200,000 miles. But
my buddy has one that's got 400,000 miles on it.
Wow. Well, good for you. Maybe in your Wyoming, everything's a long ways away from each other.
This courtroom hearing begins quietly, almost routinely, the kind of case the judge and court staff have seen hundreds of times before. On paper, it's about insurance violations, technical issues, fines, paperwork. But as the minutes pass, it becomes painfully clear that this case is not about documents at all. It's about survival, fear, and a woman trying to hold herself together in a system that has already taken so much from her. The judge opens by explaining that the prosecutors are willing to offer a deal. Instead of charging no insurance, which carries heavy penalties, the case can be reduced to no proof of insurance. The judge takes time to explain the difference in plain language, almost like a teacher speaking to a class. No proof of insurance, he says, does not mean someone was uninsured. It simply means they didn't have the slip of paper in the car. It's a mistake many people make. Insurance cards expire, mail gets lost. Life gets overwhelming. Miss Howard is called forward. At first, she agrees to the plea. Her responses are short, controlled, careful. But when the judge asks a simple question, whether she can pay the $150 fine within 30 days, everything changes. Her voice cracks. She hesitates. She explains she's struggling financially, trying to file disability paperwork and barely keeping her life together. She talks about losing everything after a toxic relationship. And then, almost unexpectedly, she reveals something far more serious. The man who abused her is outside, in the courthouse parking lot. The courtroom shifts. Miss Howard explains that her ex-partner has a history of violence. She says he dragged her, cracked her head open, and terrorized her family. She describes being woken up in the middle of the night by pounding on her door, yelling, screaming, her children watching in fear. Her daughters, her baby boy. She says she is scared to even walk to her car. Her words come out fast now, tangled with emotion, frustration, and exhaustion. She doesn't sound angry. She sounds broken, like someone who has asked for help too many times and keeps being told the system can't do anything. She talks about protection, orders, how she was told there was a no-contact order, how charges were dropped, how she was labeled uncooperative, even though she insists she tried to cooperate. She doesn't understand why the system moved on while her fear stayed. The same. This is no longer about insurance. The judge listens. He doesn't interrupt. He doesn't dismiss her pain. But he also makes clear where the legal line is. He explains that today's hearing is not about domestic violence charges, but that doesn't mean he ignores her safety. His tone shifts from procedural to protective. He orders court officers to escort her to her vehicle and ensure she is not confronted in the parking lot. He explains that prosecutors don't issue protection orders. Judges do, and urges her to immediately return to the appropriate court to request a personal protection order. He wants her to understand her rights, even if the system failed her before. For a moment, the courtroom feels human again. This exchange exposes a painful truth. Sometimes the courtroom is the only place people feel seen, even when it can't fix everything. After Miss Howard leaves, escorted for her safety, the court moves on. Another defendant steps forward with the same charge. Again, the judge explains the law carefully, calmly, respectfully. The defendant admits confusion, says they believe they had insurance, but paperwork may have expired. The judge acknowledges how common this mistake is, then, unexpectedly, a small moment of levity. The judge jokes about the defendant's old Chevy with over 200,000 miles. It's a light laugh, brief but important. A reminder that not every courtroom moment ends in fear. Sometimes it ends in understanding, but the emotional weight of what came before lingers. This hearing reveals the full contrast of the justice system. Cold procedures paired with deeply human lives. Some people walk into court because of expired paperwork. Others walk in carrying trauma, fear, and years of unresolved pain. Miss Howard didn't come to court looking for sympathy. She came because she had to. And in doing so, she exposed something far bigger than a fine. The reality that justice is not just about laws, but about people trying to survive inside them. This case leaves viewers with a hard truth. The system may move case by case, but life doesn't. Fear doesn't pause. Trauma doesn't wait for paperwork, and sometimes the most powerful moments in court are not verdicts. They are the moments when someone finally speaks, and the room is forced to listen. If this courtroom moment made you feel something, anger, sadness, or understanding, hit the like button to support real stories like this. Subscribe for more real courtroom moments where law meets real life. And comment below, do you think the justice system does enough to protect people? Like Miss Howard, your voice matters. Don't stay silent.